History begins at midnight around a flickering campfire. Smoke threads the cold as a small band huddles against the wind. In the firelight, a woman cups rough seeds in her palm, imagining a different tomorrow. That single hopeful guess would change everything. By learning to cultivate grasses and tame animals, humanity created its first great treasure, surplus. And with surplus came time to specialize, to build, to think. That time pressed people together, first into villages, then into sprawling cities. In a city by a river, at the dawn of a new age, a reed stylus pressed into wet clay. Writing was born, not of poetry, but of practicality, tallying grain, recording promises, and fixing laws into collective memory. Temples, courts, and walls allowed rulers to coordinate thousands toward shared goals. Kingdoms stitched together provinces with officials, taxes, and disciplined soldiers. But what truly holds strangers together across vast distances? At first, it was shared calendars, coinage, and roads. But soon, a new force emerged, an idea that could bind humanity even tighter. In Eastern courts, philosophers spoke of social harmony. Across the subcontinent, seekers mapped the nature of suffering. In sun-drenched agoras, reason challenged habit. And from the desert, a single voice called for one unseen God. These classical empires laid the templates for our modern world, the roads, the laws, the very questions we still ask. The world began to shrink. In a desert caravanserai, lamplight trembles over maps as murmured bargains are struck. Along the Silk Roads and the Indian Ocean sea lanes, goods, germs, and ideas traveled faster than ever before. Missionaries walked the same paths as merchants. Empires stretched their borders to guard the flow of wealth. And soon ships, guided by new knowledge and new ambition, would leave the coastlines behind, crossing open oceans to connect continents. The Columbian Exchange did not just connect worlds, it remade them. As sugar and silver crossed the Atlantic one way, maize and potatoes crossed the other, feeding millions. But the ships also carried smallpox and subjugation. Plantation slavery chained immense profit to imaginable pain, forever binding the world's new wealth to its deepest wounds. Yet on these same routes traveled curiosity and questions about the natural world that demanded bolder answers. This global surge set the stage for an unprecedented acceleration of change. In the 17th century, sharp lenses and bold experiments began to unravel old certainties. Soon Enlightenment talk of individual rights met the relentless rhythm of new engines, the beating hearts of industrial cities. Factories rose toward the sky, nations imagined themselves into being, and empires reached farther than ever before. But this new power came at a devastating cost. The same ingenuity that built cities could dig trenches, filling them with rain and fear. The ruins of 2 world wars smoked under a quiet sky. In their wake, maps and minds were redrawn as the call for universal human rights finally gained a voice. Today, that entire legacy is in our hands. A smartphone stitches markets and faiths across borders. An algorithm helps a pastor stream a vigil to a global congregation. A lab edits a single gene to heal a child. We are the heirs to all of it, the seeds of hope, the weight of empires, the echoes of revolution. But as rising storms and searing heat remind us, the planet itself keeps the score. Globalization has made us neighbors, digital technology has made us kin, and now, woven together in a single fragile tapestry, we must face the questions that wait just ahead.